everybody, welcome back to Bethesda Unpatched. This is episode number 24. I am Joe the Wigit, and I am joined by my fellow co-host, the man who always has the master plan, even though he's working his butt off all day. He tends to get this massive show notes all magically done right before we record. The space trucker extraordinaire extreme of awesomeness, Kilo.
Yeah, I learned that in high school, actually. And it did pretty well, kids, so don't follow my example at all.
And as everyone can see,
how we doing?
We have his third appearance on the show, lucky number 3, Mr. KingFanMan himself.
Thank y'all for having me back. I'm excited.
Yeah, first hat trick.
Is 3 a record? Am I in the lead?
You're in the lead.
You are actually right now.
Right.
And like usual, we're going to be talking about the TV show. We've got the final episode of Season 1 tonight, and we're going to be rolling into the first episode of Season 2 next week. Really excited about that. So we're talking about episode 8 tonight. KingFanMan and I are going to be going into a little bit more detail about the Burning Springs and what's been going on with that and the horror show that has been for me. But I still have been enjoying it. It's not out of it. It's just tough. We got a whole lot of news like usual.
Yes.
Not much else I can really think of for any kind of housekeeping or announcements. All right, let's just dive right into it. Let's get right into the news.
Yes, absolutely. We talked a little bit about this before. Todd says that the Fallout show works because they would not let anybody but the best director and showrunner work on it.
Mm-hmm. He had a recent interview about this.
In a recent interview, yep, he did say this, and we've talked about this before. I mean, even when they were talking about an Elder Scrolls show, the most important thing is that they give it to somebody that is going to do the property right. He also says that season 3 starts shooting this summer. His goal is to get the next season out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, that was the big thing I took from that article, is that they are shooting right away in the summer. So we're probably going to look at about the same time release for season 3.
And we'll get Fallout 3 when season 3 comes out. It's perfect.
You know what? I would not be surprised by that.
Absolutely.
And then season 4, Fallout 4, yep.
In an interview, somebody asked him about would it be possible to go to the Capital Wasteland in the TV show, and he didn't tell them they were crazy. He actually said it is possible in the show. So
don't
maybe we even
tell me we have to wait 76 seasons before we get to Appalachia.
76 seasons. You know, I heard that supposedly season 2 is going to give us a hint. Again, this is a rumor, grain of salt, the whole normal talk. There's going to be a hint of where Fallout 5 is going to take place based on where season 2 ends up. I think it's San Francisco. That's the one that's the one that's been sticking around.
I would give it like a 90% chance of being somewhere on the eastern seaboard of the U.S. Or western, not eastern.
Yeah, western. Yeah, it's the other way.
Yep.
Indeed. And the Fallout is the franchise, obviously, that Bethesda is doing the most with right now, according to Todd Howard. And we know we're talking about the Fallout 3 re-release, or the remaster, the New Vegas remaster,
which has not been confirmed, but we know it's happening. Everything's pointing to it. Definitely. The way people are coming out of retirement and the relationship ties between the two companies involved. It all points to yes. And we already know it is confirmed that Fallout 3, the remaster, is coming out. So
yes.
And that should be out pretty soon.
And 2 insiders have now said Fallout New Vegas Remastered is coming as well.
Yep.
So we get almost confirmed.
Yes, Gordon and Nate the Hate. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Look at that. And of course, we also have some other interesting news from Obsidian, because Fallout creator Tim Kaine is back at Obsidian, and that is pretty interesting. They keep bringing New Vegas people back to Obsidian. Tim Kaine says that we won't be able to guess what the project is. So is it too obvious to say it's a new spinoff?
Well, could it be then, if we can't guess, could they be helping Bethesda on Fallout 5?
Impossible.
That's the first thing I thought of.
Could be a New Vegas too.
Well, entirely possible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at New Vegas was made by Obsidian because Bethesda Game Studios was busy working on Skyrim. It's not too crazy to think, hey, they're trying to finish Elder Scrolls 6.
Well, I'm going to go devil's advocate a little bit on this, being an avid Elder Scrolls fan. This kind of news is a little disheartening because I need Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, it's coming first. No doubt.
So they better not put that on any kind of slowdown at all. They need to ramp it up and get that shit done.
But if you just put 2 and 2 together, this summer Bethesda was hiring people, and you don't hire people at the end of a game, which Elder Scrolls hopefully is getting toward the end of the game.
You do a massive hiring if you're going to be doing the final, what they call going gold, which is the final stage of the production, and that's mostly going to be your testing team. Usually it ramps up from a team of about a couple of hundred to several hundred at that final testing phase.
But the ones they were hiring were big-time developers, like one of the developers from BioShock, one of the developers from Dragon Age.
And if you're ramping up production to try to push a timeline, you can do that. You can bring veterans in there to help wrap it up.
Yep. But it was right after that we heard that Fallout 5 has been greenlit. I think they have a dual development.
And then you got Microsoft
right
talking about how they've been forcing Bethesda to ramp up production, and
so
I think we got a lot of good stuff coming for Bethesda, and I think we're going to start seeing that next year, actually seeing it, and not just going off of rumor and speculation.
Absolutely.
I really doubt we're going to see anything at the Game Awards tonight. I'm kind of watching it a little bit because we're recording during the Game Awards at the moment. So if anything comes up, hopefully we'll catch it and
keep an eye out for the turning gear.
If we start screaming, you know that something happened.
Absolutely
valid.
By the way, if anybody here is a Fallout fan, has not played 1 and 2, I'm excited about this. I am going to check this out. Absolutely. Fallout 1 and 2 are now available through Amazon Gaming for free now.
If you get put up with the old style, which I can, I still replay some of my old favorites from the 90s.
Stories are
I like the isometric stuff. I like the isometric stuff. Jagged Alliance 2 was my biggest one. I love that game. Turn by isometric. It was amazing. It was so well done. Xbox did make a drop recently. It's a Fallout release, but it is not a Fallout game. Widget, you're gonna have to get in this article and pull this picture. Xbox has released a Fallout Pip-Boy themed controller. It looks super awesome.
Yeah, dude. I definitely got to post that in there. Hey, Xbox, you can send us one of them. We'll review it. I can use it on my PC, no problem.
Yeah.
Another
send
awesome controller I can't afford. Yay.
Right.
It is gorgeous, though.
Email me for my address.
We will gladly review the Elite version. No problem.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Beat the hell out of that thing. Did you know? This is just kind of funny. We're kind of zooming through some of this, but I wanted to bring this one up. It was not intentional for the animals to turn on you and turn you into a criminal in Skyrim. Apparently, it was not intended.
Nope.
But everyone attacks the chicken in Riverwood.
I'm about to say the chicken in the road, yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things. What'd you call it, Widget? There's a term for it when something happens, like the Dishonored and the fish in the water and Dishonored. We talked about previously. You said there's a term for it.
When
something happens, but it's like, we're gonna leave it in.
It's a happy accident.
Yeah. Happy accident. Yeah.
That happens a lot because there was a little bit of a code attached to the animals. Well, they wasn't supposed to be attached to them, but it was attached to a chicken. That says if it's a crime to kill it or do something to it, and you attach a degree of criminality to it, to put it simply. And code wasn't supposed to be in there for the chicken, but it was. And yeah, people found out the hard way.
Yeah. It was funny.
Kill all the people in town, nobody bats an eye, kick a chicken, and yep.
Right, you're in trouble.
Thus the chicken saga began. Now they just need to make that a thing in every future Bethesda game.
Yeah, we just got weird things with chickens, man. I don't know. We were just talking about this before the show too, and we've joked about it before because I know I've bought Skyrim at least five, maybe 6 times. After the initial release, Skyrim has been re-released 9 times, including the recent drop on the Nintendo Switch 2. That's bonkers.
I have a Switch 2, but I will not be buying it this time. I'm putting my foot down.
And what did we say on our previous show?
Mm-hmm.
Todd Howard was quoted, "If you want us to stop putting them out, stop buying it."
And I looked on the Switch 2 marketplace the other night, and sure enough, Skyrim is in the top 5 best-selling games currently.
Why they're not in a hurry for Elder Scrolls 6, which is crazy, but
Yeah,
hey,
well, I mean,
Skyrim's
look at
financially
how long it's
funding
taken.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Exactly, but I mean that it's just look at GTA 6. GTA 5 came out, and they spent the last several years. GTA Online carries Rockstar Studios
Massively.
So no, why are they going to be in a hurry to put out 6? They're making money. It's just economics right there. At that point, you can't even be mad at them about it.
And if they do it right, they're going to make a whole lot of money. So they're going to take their time to do things right, hopefully.
The last article that I want to share comes from Games Radar, and I only want to share it because I'm such a big fan. We're all fans of the Ghoul on the Fallout TV show. And apparently Fallout star Walton Goggins says that the Ghoul's Season 2 backstory broke his heart. And he can't wait for people to see where it ultimately goes.
They lead it into that so much for at the end of episode 8, but also in the teaser trailers for Season 2. It's heavily pushed in that direction.
Absolutely.
You see,
he says there's a episode. He said there's an episode 5 in particular of Season 2 is particularly
heart-wrenching
to his character. Heart-wrenching. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably that one moment in the last trailer they did where he's like practically in tears. If ghouls can cry, I think that might be it.
Yeah. So
I
looking
know
forward to that.
It's a different reason, but I'm definitely going to cry at Season 2 because my kings, they have made them feral ghouls.
Okay, I was watching that trailer the other day, and I was watching the ghoul. Like, the ghouls aren't all completely feral ghouls, because you see the one guy with the king's jack and he flips up the collar.
Flips the collar, yeah.
Did you see our post on TikTok, by the way, King?
I think so.
Okay. The sound, I don't know if you had the sound on or not. The sound was Elvis Presley's Trouble, which is my favorite Elvis Presley song.
No, I haven't. I got
Trouble. Yeah, that was the music to that. Okay. One more thing. I got to bring this up because this was definitely out there right now. I forgot to put it in the notes. Somehow I missed this. I don't know. People are now theorizing that 2027 is confirmed for Elder Scrolls 6 based on the trailer for Skyrim.
Yeah, see, I didn't put this in here. I saw that because it's so far-fetched, in my opinion. It's like completely left field, I mean, 2 miles past the fence.
You're right. Maybe, but those are 2 numbers they didn't have to pick.
Yeah, but
they picked those numbers.
Just roll a number and you can make up something for it. Oh, that they put 99 in there. It has to be because there's 99 this and no.
I'm standing on it.
I'm holding firm.
Are we just going to use his
6 is coming out the end of next year.
Reason and blah 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 blah. I'm standing on ridiculousness. I'm going to go with that.
I do think it's 2027, but not because of that.
Into 2026. I'm holding on to that.
Really? You think it's next year?
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
If Todd says it's post GTA 6 and
right.
GTA 6 is due out in November, you're talking about like a Christmas release for Elder Scrolls 6.
Q4 is the prime release time for video games. Every studio I ever worked for, it was always, we got to make sure that our release time is in Q4 if humanly possible.
And that's the best selling. That's when everybody's buying Christmas gifts. It makes sense. All right. I'm done with the news.
All right.
Move on.
We're going to move into episode 8 of season 1. This is the final episode of season 1. And next week, like we said, we're going to get into episode 1 of season 2. I'm really excited about that. And this episode kind of goes everywhere all at once. You're darting between all 3 storylines constantly throughout the episode. And it's really hard to keep track. I had to pause the show 7-8 times just to take notes so I don't miss anything.
Yeah, I had to do that a couple times too.
I was looking for little things hidden everywhere. I even sent Kilo a picture saying, "Did you recognize any of these names?"
Yeah. On the list on the computer, I actually, yes, I went and I was searching on Google. I looked on IMDb because usually people catch that. I'll be like, oh, that's the names of the developers, or oh, that's these people in the Fallout universe. Nope.
I was so hoping to find
just random
Barb's name
names.
on that list and be like this aha moment that we could put on the show and be like, oh, no.
Well, they wouldn't give it to us that easy. They wouldn't give it to us that easy.
No, of course
For
not.
sure.
But yeah, this is a wild episode, and it does point the series to the main story, who the main bad guy is, and the main narrative of the whole thing is. It was kind of guessing at and leading up to, and they did a great job on the first season of building everyone's stories and just kind of building that backstory. And then episode 8 is where it kind of all comes to fruition and goes more of from being this like multiple paths that keep coming closer and closer together until it meets. Now we're at that point. And then it starts separating a little bit. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
The way they did the power armor in this TV show is pretty badass. I love the design.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just like the game. Yeah. It's just in person now.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely 100% on point.
I'm still waiting to find some like Raider power armor to see that in the show.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
About Raiders, what we thought were Raiders weren't. That comes a little bit later in the episode, though.
There is new power armor in season 2. In fact, it's a whole new power armor. I'm sure y'all know this, but it's a whole new power armor to the Fallout series. It's NCR power armor.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a scene where the NCR is battling a Deathclaw, and he's in power armor.
In the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I didn't take a close look at it.
And we find out Maximus is not well received.
No.
Quintus.
Yeah, and they called him out.
Seeing him in Brotherhood Red.
And they called him out on his BS so quick.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't even a question. It was just, you're lying. You're full of crap. And then, in my opinion, the Brotherhood really showed themselves to be more of a cult in these scenes than anything.
Right, but we also get a little bit of an explanation about that and Quentin's motivation and the setup for what Kamal Nanjiani's character calls in the trailer a civil war. We get that set up this episode.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We get everything set up this episode. It's just the main narrative is being put into place now.
That is neat about the Brotherhood of Steel. There's always that conflict. You know, like in Fallout 3, they were they were like the Minutemen. They were the
heroes.
Guys.
Yeah.
But it kind of always, they're teetering on that good or bad.
I've always liked the Brotherhood.
Yeah, they really are.
Went back bad. Yeah.
I've always liked the Brotherhood. I don't not exactly a big fan of how they're kind of a bad guy going forward now. Yeah, the whole cult thing threw me off a little bit.
Well, maybe in Fallout 5, since they were bad in 4, maybe they'll go back better. Because, I mean, like they said, they teeter back and forth.
In 76, they're kind of both good and bad, depending on who you follow.
But I think we're getting a lot more direction, like we mentioned earlier. We're going to get a lot more direction of where things are going to head at the end of Season 2. By that point, we're going to know a little bit more about that, and I'm sure the Brotherhood is going to be a big part of it. And of course, Quintus is in Maximus's ear. Power is taken, never given. And we get Quintus's plan to kind of...
I see you've already figured that part out.
Then we go to Lucy, showing up at what we think is the Raider camp, the observatory in Los Angeles, or outside of Los Angeles. Where's it at, Widget?
That's brain. I have it. I wrote it down because I've been to that observatory a few times in my life, and I can't
stop asking you questions.
Well, he thinks. Can I back up one of y'all? I don't remember which one said it, but it was last week or week before. One of y'all said about Ella that you didn't think she was good looking. I agree 1,000%.
That was Widget. What?
Of course, I have to say that, Queen listens. No, I'm teasing. She's just not Griffith. I mean, I would say maybe cute, but no, not good looking.
No, I don't even really go into the cute so much. It's the eyes. I looked at it again this episode thinking about it, and my lady's the same way. No.
She does have big eyes.
I'll die on this hill.
I like big, beautiful eyes. Yeah, that's my number one thing on a lady is the eyes. But
you know what? Our followers on Lemonade don't care either. Okay, they don't care either.
It's the Griffith. It's the Griffith Griffith Observatory. If I can talk, I swear I do a podcast for a living.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Thank you.
I wanted to bring up also when we were in the Brotherhood camp, especially when they were walking into the tents, it really struck me just how well they did and how much detail they put into the world building of this show, because it makes you feel like you're in the Fallout universe, all the way down to the wooden paths that they walk on. It's all Fallout. And I imagine being an actor in that, you wouldn't have to act too hard.
I don't know if y'all heard Todd Howard. He gave a lot of interviews this week because of the premiere, but he sat down in the overseer's chair of one of the vaults, and he said they had a stack of papers, and every one of the papers literally was filled out like this was a list of the supplies the vault needed. I mean, he was like, y'all went all out. I mean, that's how detailed they are.
I can't even imagine what it's like to do this for a show. I watch because I do set building for my kids' high school theater and community theater coming up. The amount of work that people put into props, even in that level, I can only imagine what the thousands of things that are made that we never notice or see, or we just glance over because it's just part of the environment.
They do it twofold. For one, to be consistent, but two, to bring the immersion to the actors. It's a lot easier to act when you feel like you're actually in that environment.
When you got it there.
And if you think about it, it's wild. This show, they literally have to build everything because there's nowhere that looks like a post-apocalyptic Fallout world, you know.
Right.
Most things they have to build. You know, they said back in the day, and this is kind of off the subject, but that's one of the reasons they canceled Star Trek, because it was so expensive. They had to build everything. There was nowhere you could just do a scene, you know.
Big Star Trek fan. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're back at Lucy going to the Griffith Observatory in LA, just outside of Santa Monica.
There you go.
I recognize it the second they walked into it, of course. And
it's full of kids.
Yeah.
There's kids and people, and they're farming, and 100% right off the rip, as soon as Lucy walks through those gates, that's not a raider camp.
No, of course not. And we later find out exactly what it is, and I was like, oh, right, yeah. I remember that now. It's a big deal, actually. And when they cut back to the present time, pre-war, and he's taking Barb to work, and her pit boy starts having issues in the car, and her coworker comes up and says, you should take it to IT. This is where I have a personal offense to this show. They rubbed me the wrong way because it was too close to reality here. And Barb says, no, I will figure it out myself. As an IT professional here in real life, never do that. I have too many people that do that, and they make things so much worse. Take it to IT.
There's your widget PSA for the day.
Exactly.
We need to get the little star across the screen.
Oh, it's coming up. It's already been up. We're good.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
But oh my God, dude. Bud or Buddy or whatever that guy's name is. I have a feeling that there's something going on with his anatomy where his heart will stop if his mouth stops. Because he just can't stop talking, dude.
That's valid. Heart to mouth disease.
Yeah. Talking about the proliferation of the project, of continuing things on. He never stops. He gives everything away.
It's probably not appropriate to the podcast, but my dad used to call that diarrhea of the mouth.
I know it's appropriate
to our podcast.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that's fine. You're slumming it every time you come over here, King.
Welcome to Bethesda Unpatched. We're fully unpatched here.
Yeah, unhinged too. Should have been Bethesda Unhinged. Lucy back at the observatory though,
and that the rotted ghoul that looks like it should be falling to pieces at the table.
Yep,
it's a big deal.
Yep, I like talking about the aesthetic and making it look like you're in the game or you're in that world. The guards wear the same armor like what gunners wear in Fallout 4. That heavy plate armor. I thought that just caught me off guard. And it's actually when I think it's this conversation, or it's a scene coming up, but you see Hank in the cage, and the NCR flag is blurred out in the background right behind him, and I was like, oh, these are not Raiders.
No, I caught that too a little bit from seeing it in New Vegas. I'm still, of the three of us here, I'm still the Fallout noob, but I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
Yeah,
Coming along nicely.
Noticed a lot of things going on here, and like when Lucy puts the head on Moldave's plate of food, talking about keeping it civil. What the hell, Lucy? If you put a corpse head on my plate of food, we're not being civil.
I am pretty particular about my food too. Yeah, Moldaver starts really getting into. This is where the story really starts coming together.
Oh yeah, big time.
And Moldaver starts to explain everything that's been going on as far as the vaults and what her dad's really about. We go back to Norman,
and she's pushing it too. And the thing that, before we go back to Norman, is that what really hits home with her is when she says that her father is not born from a vault, like her brother. Herself.
I'm really anxious to hear more about her story. How has she been around so long? You know, we don't know that from season 1, so hopefully we'll find out.
We don't have all the answers, but we have Rose. We know
we do have answers to that.
Kind of skipping ahead a little bit.
At the end of the episode,
as far as
it's basically told that how Moldaver is that old in a nondescript way, but it's told.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
in season 1.
At the end of this episode.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
But I think the question might be
you've got me ready for
more. Yeah. We don't know exactly when Moldaver came out of the vault.
That's the trick. We know how she's that old.
Yes, we do know how she's that old, but we don't know how she came out of the vault. All we know is that I think there's a hint in there that Rose and Moldaver were romantically involved after whatever went down with Hank.
Oh yeah,
after Rose ran.
When she took the kids away
She took the kids and left. Hank came after her. Hank took the kids back, left Rose there.
And nuked it.
And we get a little bit of a flashback. It just seems very personal. Yeah. Yeah, and then
Norm and the Brainbot, to go back to on track here. When he sees the Brainbot, it cracked me the hell up. That Brainbot is hilarious.
So freaking funny.
Initiating Protocol 53, holding out the syringe, trying to
stand still. Stand still.
Stand still.
Stand still. You realize you know who that is, right?
No.
The Brainbot? That's Bud.
I've heard, but
it is. Yeah, it's Buds.
That's Bud. That's the dumbass from earlier in the season. It's him and a Brainbot. Right. Oh my god, dude! I figured that out. I'm like, oh man,
Buds.
Yep.
Buds.
I won't tell you until you let me stick you with this.
Right.
And then the bot telling Norman exactly what to do in the process of trying to tell him not to do it.
Right.
Was hilarious.
So funny.
The lack of intelligence is great.
Well, it's the bot's a little crazy. He's been down there his brain's been down there for a couple hundred years, man. Like he's
a little
no one to talk to.
Yeah, he's a brain in a robot body that can't do much. I mean, yeah, I think anyone would go insane after that. Right. The meeting. The big meeting for Vault Tech.
I had to explain to Mrs. Kilo that these were all the big companies, all the big groups in the world, because we got Big Empty, it's a prison, Robco, West Tech, Vault Tech, obviously, and Repcon. They're all
I
there
had to
in
pause
this room
and write down every one of the names just to be sure. The only one I wasn't too sure about was Big MT and Repcon.
Yeah, Big MT. What game is that from? I think it's a Fallout. Someone's going to yell at their radio or their computer right now. I think it's Fallout 3 DLC or New Vegas. Someone's going to correct me. Someone let me know in the comments.
One of those two companies I have not seen empty. Or heard about yet.
In this show? Because you went to Repcon in the game.
Which one?
Repcon is the one. Repcon? That's the one with all the ghouls trying to shoot off into space.
Oh, God. Okay, yep.
That's New Vegas.
That was Repcon.
Yep.
Yeah, that's New Vegas.
That's where I got to in the game already. I was playing a bit of New Vegas to get ready for the show.
That's one of the best quests in any.
It was definitely entertaining. I'll give you that. It was amusing.
Funny as hell.
Except for the invisible super mutants. Those are tough.
Yeah, and this whole meeting with the Ghoul, I always forget his real name in the
Cooper.
show. Cooper, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Cooper
Sitting
Howard.
there, the look of terror and object horror in his face as he's hearing this conversation going on and hoping his wife's going to bring it home the right way. And then
it sounds like she's starting to, and he's like, yeah, get him.
And then that one line that hit hard is, time is the apex predator.
Yep. Their whole plan was to outlive everyone on the surface. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy. And we also get an answer about the 3 Vault project.
Yes.
The whole thing was designed literally to create middle management. That's the whole purpose.
And that one of my favorite lines from the BrainBot, that Bud, that cracked me up was, "Why isn't this working? This is conflict resolution 101." He's trying to calm him down.
It should be working.
Then he talks about Bud's buds and the cryo chamber, and that's when we get to see the screen. As Norm's looking at the at the names, and I did, like I said, I paused it, took a screenshot, took a picture of those names, and I tried finding something of interest, and I went to my fellow co-host, who is by far the Fallout expert on the show. For the two of us, I mean, KingFanMan, I don't know, but you're definitely better than I am, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think King's got us both.
I was so hoping to find a juicy nugget in there, but no.
Well, I want to go back to the meeting, because there's a couple things that caught my eye. First of all, before Barb starts talking, she looks up at like an observation window above the meeting.
Yes.
And there's a shadow figure standing there of some kind. We don't know who that is.
I know who it is.
You do?
You know who it is?
Enlighten.
Well, let me give y'all a couple of hints about season 2.
Okay.
Number 1, the guy that plays Khaos in season 1, he actually is in season 2 again.
Right.
Remember,
Justin
they
Thoreau.
changed who Khaos is.
Oh.
So
okay.
I believe the real Khaos was up there, and this guy was filling in for him, and we're going to find out why. That's what I believe is happening.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, House always has a plan, so that absolutely makes sense.
Yep, the house always wins.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's all I had, actually. That threw me for a loop. King, thank you for your insight on that one. Now I'm gonna be thinking about that the entire show.
Right. Norm sees his dad's cryo chamber, and it kind of freaks him out massively, because he realizes at that point his dad is not. I think he's clicking with him that his dad was not Vault-born, and that his dad is old, very very old,
and not who he thinks he is. Yeah.
Yep. And how I put it in my notes, how 32 and 33 were breeding farms to breed super managers with select DNA, because management is like, what they say? I didn't write down the actual line. It was something about management being like the way to control the world, or to something like that.
Okay, and this is where we really start to get evil here, because Barb is the one that actually Barb is credited.
Yep.
It's canon. Rose canon. Barb is credited with proposing the Vault experiments, and they all start coming up with evil stuff.
What that cracked me up is that everyone they brought up was done in the games, or mentioned in the games.
Yep.
Every single one of them.
Yep. Well, how do you guarantee the results? Is actually House that brought this up. How can you guarantee the results, basically? And Barb is the one that says, by dropping the bombs ourselves.
Doing it first, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those,
And then
one of those
Cooper
big
meets-
moments in the show.
Yep. And then Cooper meets Hank for the first time.
Yeah.
The junior executive.
Another big reveal.
Hank McClane.
Do you
And we
think
hear-
she's going to redeem
Wyrd?
herself in season 2?
I don't know.
Barb?
Barb.
Man.
I think we're definitely going to see more of the story that happens after that moment, with those two working it out. Because I think he's going to reveal to her that he knows. And clearly they do, because he wouldn't be
I think so.
trying to find her still.
Yeah, but at the very beginning of the show, the first episode called The End, this is the last episode called The Beginning. At the very beginning of the show, he was divorced and paid alimony.
Yeah.
Big question mark whether or not he actually had primary custody of their daughter. But that was mentioned at the beginning of the show. So
Yeah, I
somewhere
forgot about that.
between this conversation in that birthday party there was a divorce.
It was probably over that conversation. Yeah.
I would imagine it had something to do with it.
Yeah.
Well, that might be divorceable if your wife's wanting to drop nukes on the world.
Yeah, once they end the world to create a true monopoly. Yeah.
Is that, do we not file that under inconsolable difference or what's it called?
That might be grounds for annulment.
Right.
And then it goes back to Lucy, and Moldaver is just going off about her dad, and he keeps on going off about how don't listen to her. That just seems more and more suspicious the more he says that. And then you can see when Lucy looks Hank in the eyes, you can see at that moment she knows the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she just kind of zones out from her dad at that point.
Big change for Lucy's character during this whole sequence.
It's definitely going to drive her character going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And apparently Ella Purnell was said that Lucy started out as, what was the term? Like a baby in the wasteland. And now she's battered and bruised, but in season 2, still determined to see the positive and everything.
To be good, yeah.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite things about the show. Is it? I mean, it's kind of the way we do in the games. You start out, with nothing, level 1, and you get tougher as you go. So I love that arc with her.
Absolutely. We got Moldaver talking. We got Maximus and Dane put rescuing Lucy ? Oh, because they take out from the vertebrates. That's right.
Yeah, because Maximus and the Brotherhood start gearing up for war. His little friend admits for the first time that she cut herself because she was scared of the wilds in that mission. And that's when Maximus
she comes clean with Maximus about it.
And then of course Maximus, being obsessed with Lucy, says that he feels that he was meant to go on that mission. It was his mission. So he forgave her for that completely.
Right.
And he wants to go rescue Lucy.
This is also a trend. This is also a trend in the Wasteland, and I think it's a trend with these characters growing, because Lucy had a similar attitude. Lucy had a similar attitude when Maximus revealed that he wasn't really Titus, that he wasn't really a knight, that he lied. Remember last episode? She was like, I've been here 2 weeks and I just threw acid in a dude's face. Like, it's changing her. Mm-hmm. So we find out, Moldaver explains that Rose had figured out that something was siphoning water away, and that maybe civilization had returned to the surface. Hank said it was ridiculous not to tell anybody. And Rose realized that Hank was hiding things. So she decided to run away, took the children, and found, presumably, the observatory, the city.
It was, the name of that town. I always forget that they got nuked.
Shady Sands.
Shady Sands, it was Shady Sands.
Hank went after her. Rose didn't return. Hank took the children and nuked the town. And that was, of course...
One of my big notes was, how did Hank nuke the town?
That's a good question. Maybe we'll find out.
Because that's a big how.
Exactly.
I think that could actually lead to something pretty big story-wise. If he has that kind of control power.
I wonder if Fallout 1, Fallout 2 players might have an answer for that. Because I've never played the games all the way. I just watched a speed run. I don't know if there's a megaton situation where there's a bomb sitting in the middle of the town, or
none that I can think of.
Yeah.
But
one thing I found very interesting is during this whole point with the whole Shady Sands reveal and all that, it seems to me like Lucy's actually remembering being there. Some of those scenes and flashbacks that cuts to her, and it's like she's remembering being there with her mom.
Like from her perspective, seeing her mom, and
it's like it's just coming to light to her. And she's just remembering all this.
I hope we find out more why he actually dropped the bomb on it. And his wife as well. I mean, you talk about going to extremes.
Cold-blooded stuff. Yeah. Find out in this, as they are speaking, she needs the code. Hank's freaking out. We figured out
fusion.
Because she has the necklace that Rose is the ghoul. So that's Lucy's mother sitting at the table in like skeletal form. That was actually, my wife was like, "Oh shit!" Like she was like yelling at the television when that came up. She's like, "No way!" Do you recognize the code? I almost guarantee KingFanMan might have this. I'll ask Wigit. Wigit probably won't get it. I'll ask King. King, do you recognize the code that they punched in to start the fusion reactor?
I missed what it even was. Yeah.
Does the date 10/10/97 mean anything to you?
Oh, yeah.
It's the official release date of Fallout 1 was 10/10/97. That was the code that they punched into the reactor.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be a crazy super fan.
I saw it and I'm like, I know what that number is. I'm like,
That's
I
pretty
type in
neat.
Fallout release. That's what it is. Yeah. I want to
So
continue
you're,
on through this
graduated high school.
conversation. I think the old man. I think the main conversation with Lee and Hank and Lucy. Hank's trying to say, I did what was necessary to save our people, which Vault-Tec people is what we know that to be.
And the whole
Claims
cold
Lee is no
fusion thing
different
was a
than
big
him.
deal too. I think that's a huge
Yes.
part of the story,
It absolutely is. Then the Brotherhood attacks.
and goes into probably one of
And-
the most badass fight scenes in the entire show so far
Yeah, it was a great battle scene. Absolutely.
with the Ghoul. Top notch.
Ghoul is freaking. Ghoul went Equilibrium. You ever seen that with Christian Bale? Equilibrium, because he 100% went that with the Brotherhood.
I do have a question. One question.
Yeah.
Why
Go
did he
for it.
not pull that trick on the power armor? Like, what was that, the first or second episode when he comes up against Maximus?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he didn't pull that one that time.
I've always wondered because I mean they had a pretty big fight scene there in Philly.
I probably because he knew that he was kind of a noob and not really a knight, maybe because he was swinging
Yeah.
wildly and didn't know what the heck he was doing.
That would be my best guess. Is that Ghoul sized him up right away? Said this guy's not really a threat. I just need to stop him from being an annoyance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got on
That's
it.
the only thing I can think. Versus a room full of knights where I got to take all of these guys out right
Yeah,
now.
like that.
Absolutely.
And that whole where he explains the weakness and goes right into it. Yeah, it was just spot on.
So badass, dude. I love that scene. Hank says, I loved your mother, but she stopped being your mother when she left home. And that's where he got really vindictive.
Cold.
Yeah, and that's when Lucy kind of completely lost it with him. He became the bad guy to her.
Yeah, a little
She
bit.
left me, so I nuked her.
And then tells her dad to give
Pretty much.
Moldaver the code.
Yep.
I gotta
And we
admit,
figure out
though,
that Moldaver right there is the NCR leader.
The Vault-Tec logo when the cold fusion chip aligns was pretty cool. I like that. That was pretty neat.
Problem is Endless War. Here's something we've heard 100 times already in this season. Get rid of the factions.
Yeah.
I saw they had the Brotherhood was carrying the assault rifles from the game. Yeah, flawing the welding lights out. That was such a great scene. I love that. Hank at that point was trying to get Lucy to go home with him. And we have a headless knight stomp through the doorway.
Yeah, that got me.
Well, let's talk about the fact that Hank then removed that knight from the armor and then put the armor on himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, you're not even going to rinse it out first? Like, spray it out or something? I don't know. That's pretty gross.
It's missing the helmet. That's got
but
all
Maximus
targeting
walked in.
systems and all the good stuff in there, but
I
it's
know.
just extra
Why?
protection.
That's why he don't have the helmet. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, then we went back to the Brainbot and Norm for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And how the Brainbot starts telling Norm to wait it out because he locked him in there, saying, "You're not leaving because you know too much. Go wait it out in your dad's pod." Because he said, it could be another 200 years. Well, so I'm really curious to see how Norm's going to get out of that situation because clearly he is.
Yeah, obviously he's in season 2, so see what this place does to people. Goes, Lucy points a gun at her dad. Thought he was going to shoot him for sure.
I put a big note that
Ghoul did.
Moldaver is the head of NCR.
Yeah, that's on here too.
At least that faction.
I got that on my notes too. Yeah.
And then one thing that caught me about when he was talking about the Ghoul was talking about the weak spot is how he used to wear the power armor at one point. Was the Ghoul a member of the Brotherhood at some point? Or did he just wear it?
He
No,
fought in Alaska. He fought in Alaska,
fought in-
didn't he?
Yeah, we talked about
Oh
this
yeah,
earlier.
the war.
He was,
Yeah.
He was a Marine in Alaska,
that
and he
makes
wore
sense.
the power armor. And then he complained to Bud because Bud was trying to puff his chest up, and the Ghoul was like, "Yeah, a lot of my buddies died because of the flaws in that armor." And then he used that. That's such great full circle. Him then using that flaw in the armor to take out a bunch of dudes.
Yeah,
War never
that's-
changes. We heard that phrase a couple of times this episode.
And then we get into the whole final parts of the episode where everything comes to fruition, where everything comes into line.
Mm-hmm.
The cold fusion, why the head was so important. We got Hank is established now as the real bad guy of the series so far. And we find out the Ghoul's main motivation. as well.
Right. Finding his family.
Because when he he confronts Hank and said, I waited 200 years to ask someone this fucking question, where is my family? And that was just, you could see the pain and the anger in him at that point too.
Absolutely. And then he shoots at Hank's wounded, but he lets Hank escape.
Because killing him, he wouldn't get an
Lucy
answer.
asks, right. So Kyle, it's, what do you say? It's easier to track a stuck pig than a dead one.
That's good.
Wants to see where Hank's going.
Then he talks about where Hank is going. And as he said that there's always someone behind the wheel, and that's who I want to talk to.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's talking about Mr. House.
Yep.
And even before they released the whole New Vegas thing, everyone was always started assuming right at that point that they're going to New Vegas. And of course, the very end of the show also points out.
Yeah.
But see, again, that points to him being the big guy in that meeting as well at the house.
Mm-hmm. It's also worth noting that Lucy kills her mother before that.
Yes.
She puts a bullet in the ghoul, put it out of its misery.
Put it on my notes as a mercy killing.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And or you could Maximus come meet your makers. Why did I put that in the notes?
Yeah, the ghoul says that to Lucy.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Come on, time. Yeah, come meet your makers. And then Lucy kills Rose. We got the cold fusion reactor. Maximus wakes up looking for Lucy. Moldaver activates the test and sits down and holds Rose's, obviously now fully deceased, hand.
And the whole city lights up, and it becomes very apparent at this point that I almost did it again. The Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh man, it's been so many episodes since you did that.
I'm an Elder Scrolls fan. I can't help it. That the Brotherhood's going to get control of cold fusion, and that's going to be a very dangerous thing.
Absolutely. What do you suppose your Brotherhood would do with infinite power? And then Dane shows up. Moldaver's dying or dies.
Dies, yeah.
And all of a sudden, everybody's all hail Knight Maximus, and he is not happy about taking that credit.
Why not?
And then, of course, we see.
I don't think he wants to be a part of the Brotherhood right then.
No, I don't think so either.
No,
he was just using them at that point.
That he has to do something. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he was just.
And then we see
Lucy.
We see the Ghoul and 404 and Lucy coming out of that tunnel, and then Hank cruising the desert. We see a Deathclaw skull, and then boom, there's New Vegas.
And that just set up the entire series. In that final 10 minutes of the show, it just set up everything. It established everything. And before, I don't remember exactly when, but near the end, No, he does. He says that Moldaver was with him. She came to this time period the same way he did.
Right. Well, we met Moldaver. Moldaver was the assistant that Cooper Howard was talking to back in the past. Or no, that was Betty.
No, that was Betty. She's the one that was the whole anti-Vault-Tec cult thing.
She was anti. Yeah, I meant that was wow.
At the observatory too.
All right. Well, join us next week when we cover the first episode of season 2. We have been rolling hard tonight. I want you guys to get next week. I do want you guys. I brought King on the show because we wanted to talk about Burning Springs, so I'm going to hand over the floor to you guys.
We're going to do that. It's going to be a lot of editing for me.
For that.
That's okay. I had a crisis of editing last week, too. Oof. I got the show out on YouTube about 30 minutes late last week, but it was an accident in my editing software. I fixed it, though. I almost lost about 6 hours of editing.
Oh.
It just vanished off my software. Thankfully, I learned that it creates autosaves in Premiere, so I was able to go back and copy and paste everything back together, and yeah, good times. Anyway, Burning Springs.
Yes.
There have been a lot of complaints online that I've been noticing a lot about the difficulty of Burning Springs. This is one thing I wanted to get your opinion on, KingFanMan, because I've noticed it myself. Being a stealth sniper, I usually one-shot or two-shot most anything when I'm fully stealth and I get my maximum crit and everything. This one, no, even the basic Raiders takes at least 2 hits.
I don't know if you remember, but in the PTS, they had something was messed up with how hard it was because it was super easy to kill everything for a little bit.
It felt
Do you
normal
remember
to
that?
me, like everything else. When I got into PTS, it felt like the rest of the Appalachia. It was just the same thing. I didn't think anything of it.
Well, people actually griped that it was too easy while it was in the PTS. So Bethesda they did it for the fans because they were saying, "Oh, this is
But
too
there's
easy."
different ways to create difficulty, and I think this is where the main complaint comes from. They did a cop out, which is I understand why they did it because they were running out of time, and there's things called act files in every game, which controls individual characters. And these act files control their health, their damage output, what they carry, everything about that character. And it's done that way so that designers can go easily in and edit things and change the character when they're fixing problems and bugs. So all they did was they increased the health pool of pretty much everything
Everything they did.
by 4 or 5 times. And the damage output on certain things dramatically as well.
I was about to say I think the Raiders are fine, but you get into the
No,
Death
power armor
Claws,
with the hammer was
power
ridiculous.
armor guys. Gosh, I hate those power armor guys.
Because they take forever. I'm
Favorite.
strategically shooting them in spots to knock off armor so I can hit certain critical spots. And it takes me a good magazine. Like, I upgraded the magazine on my sniper rifle to 10 rounds because I needed to save that 3 seconds of reload time. I needed that 10 rounds to take them out. And it takes every bit of it.
I streamed today and did one of the headhunts, which is the hardest one. And
Yeah.
they're bullet sponges anyway. But I forget what the mutation is, but it's the poison one. And I mean, they would hit us once and it would kill us. One shot, and they were killing us.
I did one today to do for the dominance. I was on that part of the main quest, the 4 tests of dominance, which, and I needed to do one of those hunts as one of them. Because there's only 4 that I could do. The other ones I really had no way of doing, so I had to take out a death claw by shooting it in the stomach, its weak spot, which I had to go to the mini golf course, because there's death claws everywhere there.
3 of them there.
I found that out by accident. Took out 4 of them and got it by sniping them and then running back a good 50 yards and continuing sniping them until I dropped them, aiming at the stomach. Finally got one, and then I did the one to kill 30 raiders. I did the one for the hunt. Thankfully, one popped up because I could not afford 5,000 caps to do one myself. I'm a broke player. I think I have 2,000 and I'm rich. The other one I did was the VATS crits. I normally never ever touch VATS. Or was it the VATS crits? It might have been a different one because I don't usually ever play with VATS because I'm a sniper. It was kill legendary enemies. The 5 legendary enemies, yeah. And actually,
going back to their strength, I really think Bethesda will probably tone it down a little bit.
oh, I'm sure they will.
Whatever they did to increase it during the PTS, I think they.
Well, like I said, there's different ways to increase difficulty, and the proper way takes a lot more time. So I'm guaranteeing you they're working on that proper way right now.
Yeah.
In order to, as a temporary fix, is why they did the health pool and damage increase, which makes sense to me. Because it was a little easy on the PTS.
But like you said, it made some of them just crazy hard.
Mm-hmm.
So.
People were complaining.
What's your overall impression of Burning Springs so far?
So far, I like it. I like the environments. I really enjoyed exploring it. The story I'm still working on. I just got past that part where the test of dominance, and I found out that Eugene's there, taking the place of the guy that he took care of, who was going to just keep me doing those stupid tasks. And I'm at the point where I'm doing the recruitment. And the funny thing about that recruitment is that I did the first one, of course. Then he asked me to go get the other 2 guys. And the first one, rumor has it, he took a death call on by himself. Really, dude? I took on 4 just to get here. Just an hour ago.
Yeah.
The second one is, we need a marksman, a sharpshooter.
Yep.
Got one right here.
Already got one. The story is not very long, but I have to remind myself, they keep telling us this is only part 1 of what we're getting in Burning Springs. We're going to get more of the Rust King story.
I've been enjoying a little side quest too with the chemical company.
Yep. Dirty Laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Been getting those, is you have to go collect 3 cases that are all over the environment in Burning Springs, and you go turn them in, he gives you a a log. What am I talking about? My brain. The tape, holotape.
Holotape.
And you listen to the story as it's developing. You just go back for more pieces of it. I think I just finished. I got the third holotape.
Well, I think there's 15 holotapes.
Yeah. Good thing those cases are not too hard to find.
Yep. They get harder and harder. I've turned in 76 and got the special weapon that you get out of it.
I saw that on social media. You showed that.
Yeah, and now it's getting tough now.
I did a cheat.
Because
here it is.
It's like I've been everywhere.
On my
every
phone.
once in a while.
Is every case
Yeah.
where every case is at on Burning Springs.
I've seen that, but I don't want to use it.
I don't have as much time as I want to play the game, so I had to use some kind of a shortcut here.
Bless their heart, there's still a lot of bugs with it. I can't imagine with a game like this, 7 years old, it's a double engine game, 2 engines, the Frankenstein engine, and every time they add something, it just messes up 10 other things. And, the bigger the update, the worse it affects the game.
I got to give them a lot of credit, though. They added a whole lot of content to it.
They did.
New enemies, new goodies, new weaponry, which I still haven't found. I need to upgrade my sniper rifle so badly.
I still hadn't gotten the Ghoul's weapon yet. That's the next thing I'm about to get in the season. I'm excited to get that. The Don Pedro or whatever they call it.
Yeah, I saw those and realized I'm not going to get them.
Really?
You do. The actual one from the show. And
that's so dope.
From what I hear, it's very, very powerful.
I want.
Yeah, I bet.
Yep.
But I probably won't be able to get it.
And if you do get it, Wigit, you can actually turn it into a rifle, and use it since you're a sniper.
Which would be definitely what I would do.
Yep.
Okay.
Right now I'm using a simple
that.
marksman rifle that I put legendary on, and of course got the worst possible legendaries on it. I'm trying to find ones I can put and replace it.
Are you using a combat rifle?
It just says marksman on it.
Since they did the rebalancing, I'm actually using the one the Brotherhood uses, the assault rifle, the big fat ugly one and they're a lot more powerful now. They're really good.
I looked at sniper rifles in 76, and the one I'm using is still considered one of the best. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Well,
and
that
spent
one
a lot of
was
time
the
looking them
absolute
down.
best in Fallout 4, if you remember. What was Overseer's Guardian? You remember that one in Fallout 4? That was the best weapon in the whole game.
Only played a few hours of Fallout 4, unfortunately. It's not the hunting rifle. I've heard a lot of people say praising the pipe bolt action rifles as being really good because they get really high sneak damage.
Yeah,
I'm tempted to go for that because I can make those myself.
See, I'm always a sniper, and 76 made me change. Now I'm an automatic guy.
I had to hold true. I didn't want to go down that narrow path that everyone was going. And when they changed everything, I was validated. I was actually valid at that point again.
You stuck with you. That's good. That's good.
I built my character around it.
I'm excited about part 2. The only thing I don't like about, and I don't know if I've told y'all this before, but all the buildings, it seems like, or most of the buildings are locked down. I like more exploring. And I understand why they do that, but I hate all the boarded up houses and buildings. And
it's time consuming.
I know it, but there's like the power plant by the dam. You can't get in it at all. The school, university, you can't get in it.
I wonder if they'll let that
those are the ones you
happen
can
in the
usually
future.
explore in the Fallout games.
Yeah. That was my only big disappointment.
My guess is they ran out of time, and they didn't have it finished yet, so they had to board it up, and they'll probably release it in later updates.
Yep.
And they won't even tell you. It just happened to be not boarded up anymore.
Yeah. Oh, it's open now.
A lot of these things, a lot of the decisions like that are made because of time constraints.
Absolutely. And again, with a 7-year-old game, and as much as they've added to it, the more you put in there, the harder it's going to be to keep it all straight and unbuggy. It probably makes them pull their hair out every time they add an update to it.
If I was to give from my experience so far in Burning Springs, like a number rating of 1 through 10, I'd probably give it about a 7. I think there's still a lot that they can hash out and get it better, and I think they will. But right now, I give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's a huge amount of content they added to a game that's 7 years old.
Yes.
And a lot of new goodies, and yeah, I think that's worth it.
They're getting praise online too. There was another article I saw. I didn't have time. I mean, we're going a little long tonight, but there was a university in Western Ohio, and someone found it in the game, and it's basically like everything else is 76. It's like 1-to-1.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it's yeah.
the
So
game's huge.
their attention to detail and
I'm level 81 in the game right now. Well, 82. And I know I'm a baby compared to a lot of these people that are 300 plus, but I still have 5 or 6 main stories or main missions I have not even started yet. And I have good solid 30 or 40 side quests I haven't touched yet. And I'm level 81. And there's so much content to do in the game. I haven't even touched my base since 2 months ago when I first started rebuilding it.
I'm not going to tell you what level I am.
I'm guessing 1,000.
What level are you? Oh, I know. 1,000.
I'm almost 1,600.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've seen people as high as 3,000.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been playing it 7 years, though.
Right.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I have excuse. I had a character that was in his 90s, and I forgot. I stopped playing the game for 4 or 5 years, forgot how to play it, so I just created a new character for the show and started playing that again.
Kilo, I'm so jealous of you. You could get in it tomorrow and you'd be playing a brand new game, and it's such a good game. You got to try it. We're gonna get you in there. Get you in there.
Have to.
It'll
a
happen.
Fallout fan that has not played
happen.
76 with his friends is just not right.
It's
Listen,
not
there's
right.
we got a break coming up. I got some time. I always take off the holidays because freight's slow, and frankly, I make more money sitting at home on my vacation pay.
I wish it was cross-platform so bad.
I will.
He's about to say something. Listen.
I will. It's on the internet now. It's going to be on the internet. I will, over that break, once again reinstall Fallout 76, and I will play it.
Yeah.
So when we come back from break, I'll be able to talk about it.
See, now I want to go rush off and buy an Xbox so I can play with you.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I can't. But it's not like I don't have a reason for not playing it. I tried it on launch. I tried it. There was when Nuclear Winter came out, they had a free weekend. I tried it. I want to say there was one other time. Every time I try to install Fallout 76 and try to play it, I have game-breaking bugs. The same thing happened with Elder Scrolls Online. When I tried to play ESO for the show, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get into this. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. This is fun. I'm going through the tutorial mission, and I get halfway through it, and then the whole game just crashes. It just stops working. And I did that like 3 times. I'm like, all right, well.
See, I need to get you a gaming PC.
Fallout 76 takes just a little bit of time to get into it if you're used to Fallout.
Yeah.
And then once it grabs you.
It grabs you pretty quick. I think after the first starter missions, you're just free to do what you want, and that huge open world is available for you, and you just go to town. I mean,
you sold it.
You can't do Burning Springs until you're 30. I mean, well, you can't get this quest. You can go out there. But,
King's excited.
But level 30 is really quick and easy to get to.
I'll try it. Over the break, I'll install it. Maybe I'll make a social media series about it, because if it doesn't get past the first post, I can't be held accountable.
Can we gift them things like lunch
though.
boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might do that. If you get into the game, let me know. I'm going to gift you some stuff.
All right.
This right here was worth me being on the show just to get you to say.
That's all.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point to start wrapping up the show. We got a
thank y'all
promise
again
from Kilo.
Thank y'all for having me on again. I appreciate it so much.
You're always welcome on, buddy.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
So we'll
I appreciate you coming on with like 2 days notice.
next year you'll be the record holder for the coming on for the 13th time.
I want to do that. Would y'all like to do that?
Yeah, we would. Yeah, we'd love to come on your show. Absolutely.
I was just gonna ask you because it's Wigit. Yeah. Get Kilo. He's the Fallout guy.
Except you're the 76 guy.
True.
But not for long. Not for long.
Well, I will gladly. We would both gladly come on with you, buddy, anytime. Just let us know.
Awesome. Well,
Absolutely.
we'll set that up then.
All right,
Okay.
so we're going to go through the usual stuff. Again, KingFanMan, it's always a blast having you on. We will definitely be having you on,
Thank you so
I'm sure,
much.
plenty of times before. You're going to be our standard record holder. And if you guys want to reach the show, like our Discord and all our socials, how do they do that?
They do that by going to our link tree, and that is linktr.ee/wyrdkhaosmedia. Wyrd is WYRD, chaos with a K, media.
That's for all you
thought you
audio.
tripped me up on that one, didn't
Yep.
you?
That's for all you
dropped
audio
it on me. You thought
listeners.
you were slick.
On the video version, I'll have it on screen, and it will be in the comments as well. And I do put it in the description. I think you can see it easily enough in Spotify and iTunes. I'm not sure about their other, because we're everywhere you get podcasts. So, but we do put it in there.
Yep.
You can go in that spot too and check it out.
And don't forget to rate and comment and review and subscribe and all the
Give us
things.
those 5-star reviews
Give
on
us
iTunes,
5-star reviews.
Spotify,
Yep.
and YouTube's
Even
a big
engage
thing.
with us on YouTube. I reply to every message, or one of us replies to every message on YouTube.
Yeah. I spent actually
And
a lot of
we're
time
also,
this
of course-
last weekend on working on our YouTube channel, trying to improve things. I actually got thumbnails going in because I didn't do that for some weird reason. Well, I know why. I didn't have anything to make the thumbnails with, but now I do. And I'm throwing out some shorts periodically, so come check out our channel and subscribe. We appreciate it. KingFanMan, I know that most people know who you are, but tell them how they could reach you.
KingFanMan YouTube, it's called KingFanMan, or type in KingFanMan Bethesda, you'll find me. I would appreciate you to subscribe on YouTube the most, and then the
I
only
do.
social media I really am active on is X or Twitter or whatever you call it now.
Yeah, that's the only one I really do too. That's why he's our manager. Is I'm no good with that stuff. He's great at it. So thank you so
I'm
much
a
for
masochist.
listening, everybody, and have a fantastic week on the Bethesdaverse.
Peace out.